Yeah.
Pretty much every game around the stretch for you guys. What kind of got that?
Well, I mean, it was them. I mean, at the beginning of the game, I was clear and definitive on things that we have to do better compared to the first time that we played them. And, one of them, and the number one on the list was rebounding. And so, we got 18 offensive rebounds. That's just not sustainable. And we needed to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. And, our 14 turnovers turned into 24 points to him. So we were outscored by 20 in terms of points off of turnovers. And so that's how you get on runs, and that's how people get runs on you, is giving them second chances to score and not being taking care of the basketball on the offensive end. And during that stretch, we had a combination of both, and that allowed them to get on a run in the second half.
We'll run on left, Brian.
Found out about it yesterday. Well, our team will move forward. Our team has moved forward all year. When Seth was out for 9 games, Caleb's been out for 7, and Henry was out for 2. And so it's nothing different than how our team has reacted and responded throughout the whole season. Obviously, there's tremendous sadness for him. I've talked about how special, obviously he's a special player, but just how remarkable of a kid and a teammate he is. And the passion that he has for his teammates, for North Carolina, for being on the floor, for playing in games like this. It was a dream for him to play in the ACC and the NCAA tournament, and my heart is broken that he won't be able to do that. And so, but we finished the regular season. Now it's time to regroup and move towards the ACC tournament.
Spencer and then Andrew.
Yeah, Hubert, you just mentioned moving forward to the ACC tournament. Something you talked about is this group's ability to just overcome and move on from. What do you want to see from your group before Thursday in the ACC tournament? How do you want to move forward?
Yeah, I mean, and it's the same way that this team has moved forward all year. I just felt like tonight, number one, I felt like Malik dominated the game. Obviously, Cameron is a gifted player, but I felt like Malik's presence disrupted us on both ends of the floor. Whether it was this post defense, ball screen defense, steals and deflections, his screens, passing ability, being able to rim run, score around the basket. I thought he disrupted us on both ends of the floor. And so, just the competitive fight of, going back to the 18 offensive rebounds, I felt like 50-50 loose balls. They got most of them. And in order to win games and against teams like this, you have to win that area, and we didn't win it tonight.
Andrew, Spencer, she'd like her mic back.
You're heading into the ACC tournament this week. You've had 7 games without Caleb. Is it a silver lining? Not a silver lining, but sort of a blessing in disguise. You have 7 games without him, so when you go now into the postseason, you've seen your team do a lot of stuff against a lot of different types of teams without him, so you're a little bit more ready to head into the more meaningful part of the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a 7-game menu without him, and what we need to do defensively, our attack from an offensive standpoint. That being said, I think it's really it's the same. For us defensively, we've got to rebound. It just, whether Caleb is here or not, we've got to box out. We got to rebound. We got to limit teams to 1 shot every possession. Because it's 2 things for us. 1, obviously it gets a stop, but number 2, it ignites us in transition where we've been really good elite all season. And so we still want to dominate points in the paint through post penetration, offensive rebound. We want to live in the paint, live at the free throw line, and those type of plays generate open threes. And so, the foundation of who we are and what we are trying to achieve out there on both ends of the floor really hadn't changed, whether Caleb was in the lineup or not. That's the way that we play here at North Carolina, and we've got to dictate that next week in Charlotte.
Anybody else? RL right in front here.
What was it about their defensive pressure that made it so hard to get in the second half?
Well, I mean, they've got length, athleticism. They do a really good job, not just also getting steals, but also getting deflections. They went to their quote-unquote small lineup, so they were switching everything. And, when teams switch, you have to make them pay. We weren't able to do that. A number of times they had perimeter players on our bigs, and, we didn't take advantage of that. But you have to give credit to them. Their defense was the reason why they're one of the better defensive teams in the country, is because they have good team defense, but they also have really good individual defenders. And I thought Dame Sarr was really good, getting steals and deflections, and I thought he did a really nice job tonight.
Last two, Brian and Spencer. If you don't have a mic, Brian, just speak up.
Yeah. Hubert, can you talk about a little about the half-court offense struggles? I thought a little bit at times the offense went stagnant, and kind of where do you go from here in terms of kind of helping that?
Yeah. I mean, that was dictated by Duke's defense, just their effort, their physicality, whether we were coming off screens, on or off the ball. I felt like they dictated our cuts, our movements. We were starting our offense almost close to half court, and you just can't be efficient in being able to do that. We couldn't generate anything consistently in the post. In the second half, I'm not sure if we shot a free throw, and, for us, what goes along with dominating points in the paint is being able to get to the free throw line. And now a benefit of that is now a team gets to go up against your set defense. We weren't doing that. We're always in transition defense because we were missing. So give credit to them, and we'll regroup, and we'll be there in Charlotte ready to go.
Last one, Spencer.
With such a quick turnaround from the Caleb injury to tonight's game, how would you assess, kind of the temperature of your group and kind of the mindset going into
The
tonight?
temperature was great. I mean, it's, our guys, one of the things that I told them is, and I was truthful to them. Now it's 31 games, but prior to tonight it was 30 games. 15 of the games we were either without Seth, out Caleb, or Henry. In those games we were 12-3. With a full lineup, we were 12-3. So I said we have more than enough to get it done. And I love these kids. I love the fight, the resiliency, the perseverance of this group. And I'll roll with this team and this group every day.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks,
Yep.
everybody.